I'm Erin Purdy, the archivist for Broward County Library Special Collections, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Dorothy Porter Wesley Collection. It contains 67 Hollinger boxes of correspondence, research files, photographs, and notably, we also housed Porter's collection of over 2,800 books. Porter was born in 1905, and she died in Broward County in 1995. For 43 years, she was the curator of Howard University's library, and she was responsible for building the library into a world-class research facility focused on the history and culture of people of African descent. This is a 1958 edition of the catalog of the African collection at Howard University Library. You can see it's edited by Dorothy B. Porter. And this book gives you an idea of the many different topics and categories that she was able to catalog in her classification system. Porter is a key figure in the early movement to decolonize libraries. After becoming the curator in 1930, she thought radically about how to catalog books related to Black life and by Black authors. In response to what she saw as segregation in library classification systems like the Dewey Decimal System, she created her own revolutionary classification system. These are the manuscript boxes in the Porter collection. They contain her research files, her professional papers, her correspondence, her writings, her publications. She was a noted bibliographer, so she made lots of indexes and published books that were entirely just like list of resources that were available to people on Black history and culture. Prior to the acquisition of the Dorothy Porter Wesley Collection by AARLCC, there was a major exhibition of her personal materials held at the Beginnis Museum of the Modern Book at Broward County Main Library in 2001. These materials were lent to the library by her daughter, Constance Porter Uzelac. These are some of the older pieces of artwork that Dorothy Porter Wesley collected. And her daughter Connie actually shared with us that they used to call her the shopping bag lady because she would go into people's attics and antique shops and stuff and try to find all kinds of materials related to Black history. Some of the oldest materials in the collection are these two tracts in front of me. One of them is a meeting of the Anti-Slavery Convention in 1839. The oldest item in the collection is this essay on Christianity that was published in 1788. One of the true gems of the Broward County Library system is Dorothy Porter Wesley's personal book collection of over 2,800 books. They're on basically every subject. There's fiction, there's nonfiction, hundreds of books by Black authors. A lot of the books are actually signed by the author. Some of them personally inscribed to Dorothy Porter Wesley herself. She was friends with a lot of really amazing writers. This is a book by G. Carter Woodson. This is a note to Dorothy Porter from her second husband, Charles Wesley. To Dorothy Porter, whose friendly cooperation over the years have assisted in the completion of such works as this, Charles H. Wesley. That's amazing. Yeah, when she worked at Howard, she had two desks. One was for helping the people in the library, and one was for corresponding with researchers all over the country and eventually all over the world. So she corresponded with a lot of really prominent historians during the 30s all the way up through the 1970s. Every time I come back here, I find a book that I want to read. Just walking down the aisles, you always learn something. Some of my personal favorite items in the collection are these Negro history bulletins. They date back to 1937, so they were published during the Harlem Renaissance. Just a few weeks ago, we actually had a researcher come to look at these books specifically, and the AARLCC Special Collections was the only place in the state of Florida where he had access to these materials. Our special collections staff processed the collection between 2020 and 2022 according to current archival standards, and as a result of this important archival work, the collection is now available for any member of the public to come and conduct research in. You can read the original documents created and collected by Porter and her daughter, and you can peruse any of the books from her personal library. The collection is also partially digitized and available, free to the public, online at the Broward County Library Digital Archives.